We are just about ready for baseball here from Monte Vista High School in Danville as the Walnut Creek Crawdads will host the San Francisco Seagulls. The plate meeting between the umpires and coaches has concluded. The Crawdads will take the field shortly, and on the mound for them today is going to be Weston Thornberry, who is making his first start of the year, but in 5 relief appearances, he hasn't given up a single run in 9 and 2/3 innings, so this is kind of a reward here for him to get his first start against the Seagulls. And the lineup he's going to be facing looks like this. It's going to be A.J. Hurtado leading off and playing left field, followed by Tanner Wall, the second baseman. Then it's the shortstop Jake Brewer and the right fielder Derek Waldvogel. The third baseman Alan Ramirez will bat fifth, and behind him will be George Schmidt playing center field and making his Seagulls debut. Then it's going to be the designated hitter Ethan Lopez, who's on kind of a heater right now. Then it'll be the first baseman Brandon Swanson, good to have him back, and the catcher Marcus Graham bats ninth. So the Crawdads almost ready to take the field. Their hype music is playing here from Monte Vista High School.
For your Walnut Creek Crawdads, as announced by manager Brent Cummings. Leading off, the shortstop, number 15, T.J. Woodson. Batting second, left fielder number 3, Daniel Perlasic. Batting third, playing third, number 8, Kevin Parker Jr. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, number 11, Sutter Moss. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 5, Cam Taylor. Batting sixth, playing second, number 9, Elijah Ramos. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 22, Dylan Perez. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 4, Shane Aldridge. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 41, Andrew Longacre. Pitching for your Crawdads is number 28, Weston Thornberry. Fans, we now ask that those who are able to please rise and remove your caps and join our teams and coaches in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. Play ball.
All right, hopefully you heard the Crawdads lineup and the national anthem being played. The Crawdads are on the field. So this one is about to begin here from Monte Vista High School in Danville, the home of the Crawdads, who the Seagulls have yet to beat this season. It's been pretty one-sided whenever these two teams have matched up, but the Seagulls have snapped their 11-game winning streak. They've picked up wins against the Philippines baseball group and the Menlo Park Legends. So this should be a more confident group coming into this matchup. They've also done an excellent job cutting down on strikeouts and cleaning up the defense, which were two of the biggest issues during that losing streak. So this is a different Seagulls team than the last time they played the Crawdads, and it should be a closer matchup this time. As I mentioned, the Seagulls are facing Weston Thornberry, who is making his first start of the season, but has yet to give up a run in 5 relief appearances that have spanned 9 2/3 total innings.
His first baseman, Bam Bam Taylor. If Bam Bam gets the hit,
So Thornberry finishing up his warm-up tosses.
as
And defensively, the Walnut Creek Crawdads look like this. In the outfield from left to right, it's Pulisic, Perez, and Aldridge. Parker Jr. at third, Woodson at short, Ramos at second, Taylor at first, Longacre behind the plate. He will be receiving from Thornberry, the starter, who is still finishing his warm-up tosses. And immediately when you come to the Monte Vista High School baseball field, the thing that strikes you, or at least the thing that struck me, is the dimensions. It's 325 feet to both lines and 375 to center, which, if you're not familiar with Tom Lara Field, where the Seagulls play their home games, it's 447 to center there. So this is an absolute minuscule ballpark compared to where the Seagulls play their home games. And they've been showing a little bit more power lately, so maybe we'll see some balls flying out of the park today. It's just about 80 degrees here in Danville, so it should be a good day for offense, as Thornberry has completed his warm-up pitches, and A.J. Hurtado will step up to the plate.
Leading off the game for the Seagulls, left fielder number 38, Armando Hurtado.
So Hurtado, the leadoff man today, coming into this matchup hitting 280, but with a 438 OBP, the highest on the team. And the first pitch from Thornberry is swung on and grounded towards third. A diving stop by Parker Jr. He knocks it down, recovers, and throws across. In time, it's dug out of the dirt by Taylor. A brilliant play on both ends by Parker Jr. to knock it down and by Taylor to scoop out the low throw. Wow. So Hurtado is retired on one pitch, and that'll bring up Tanner Wall. Wall hitting at 326, the highest average on the Seagulls. He was the only 2026 high school graduate on the team until George Schmidt just joined today. First pitch to him is in there for strike one. Wall out of St. Francis High School in Mountain View will play this next spring at Pepperdine University. As Thornberry working fast, here's the 0-1. That one misses down and in to even the count at 1-1. Well, Wall missed a handful of games at the beginning of the season going on a church mission, but since then has played very outstanding baseball for the Seagulls. Been racking up a lot of hits. 1-1. Swing on a line drive, base hit into left center field, and this is going to roll for a little while. It goes all the way out to the wall, and Wall is going to go into second base with a one-out double. So another base knock for Tanner Wall. This time he picks up extra bases, and he's in scoring position with one out here in the first.
Shortstop number 29, Jake Brewer.
So Tanner Wall continues his hot hitting, and that'll bring up Jake Brewer. Thornberry sets. And the pitch. Breaking ball, down and away for ball one. The Brew Man, as his teammates call him. That's what they're saying from the third base dugout. No balls and one strike. Thornberry pitches. Brewer checks his swing, but it's right down the middle for a called strike. Brewer started this season playing a lot of third base, but has since shifted over to shortstop and has done a commendable job. 1-1 the count. Thornberry pitches. Brewer with a swing on a topper foul up the third baseline. So make it 1-2 now to Brewer. Derek Waldvogel, his first start in a while, is on deck. So Thornberry comes set. And the 1-2 pitch to Brewer. Outside to make it 2-2. If you're just joining us, it's a scoreless tie here in the top of the first. Hurtado led off the game with a ground out to third. That was a really nice play by Parker Jr. Wall doubled to left center. He's currently at second with one away. Jake Brewer at the plate. The 2-2 offering. Down and away, ball three, and Brewer has worked a full count. 3-2 the count to Jake Brewer. Thornberry working fast. He delivers. Brewer chops it foul, rolling back towards the backstop. So still 3-2 to Jake Brewer, who's really battling here. Thornberry, in his first start of the year, his 6th appearance, has yet to give up a run. Seagulls are threatening to break that trend here with Wall at second and 1 out in the top of the first. Here's the 3-2 pitch again. Brewer hits it foul, a line drive down the right field line towards the Crawdads bullpen. It's one of the longer at-bats Brewer has had this year. In a deadlock with Weston Thornberry. Another 3-2. Brewer takes ball 4 down and away with a breaking ball. What an at-bat by Jake Brewer. He ends up drawing the walk, and now the Seagulls will have runners at first and second with still only 1 out.
Number 42, Derek Waldvogel.
So now a big chance for Derek Waldvogel, the cleanup hitter today, who has not seen a ton of playing time lately, but has made the most of the time that he's gotten, hitting at .297 with a .771 OPS. He's also got a home run. First pitch to him here. In the dirt, and it gets away from the catcher Longacre and rolls all the way back to the backstop. And there's a ton of room on this backstop here at Monte Vista, a lot more than at Tom Lawler Field, and that will allow both runners to advance without a throw. So now Wall at third, Brewer at second with 1 down. Now the pressure increases on Waldvogel to put a ball in play. Thornberry comes set. And the 1-0. Swing on a line drive down the right field line, but it's going to slice foul. That ball was hit really hard by Waldvogel, but he was just a little bit behind. Crawdads playing the third baseman Parker Jr. in, everybody else at normal depth, with runners at second and third, 1 down, and a scoreless tie in the first. Thornberry throws. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Alan Ramirez on deck. Wall at third, Brewer at second, after a double, a walk, and a wild pitch. Here comes the 1-2. Waldvogel takes down and away, and Longacre had to pick that one out of the dirt. A really impressive stop, or else that would have been another wild pitch and a run for the Seagulls. Instead, it's 2-2. The runners stay at second and third. And now Thornberry will ask for a new baseball and toss the old one back toward his dugout. Seagulls trying to pick up their first win against the Crawdads this year in a favorable spot here in the first inning. And now the home plate umpire calls time, and Longacre will run out to the mound to talk with Thornberry. So this 2-2 pitch will be even further delayed. So Longacre back behind the plate, back in the crouch. Thornberry comes set. And the 2-2. Way upstairs. Waldvogel thought about it, but that was up by his head. And that's back-to-back full counts here for the Seagulls. Really like to see the way they've worked the count and made Thornberry throw pitches, but you'd obviously like it a lot more if they could knock in a run or two. 3-2, here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Thornberry gets a big strikeout of Waldvogel, and that's the second out.
Third baseman, number 56, Alan Ramirez.
So Alan Ramirez will stand in with 2 outs now, and it'll take a Seagulls hit or a Crawdads mistake to get a run in this first inning. Ramirez 3 for 17 as a Seagull this year. First pitch to him. Fastball right in there for strike one. Hurtado grounded out on the first pitch of the game, then Tanner Wald doubled to left center field. Brewer walked, both advanced on a wild pitch. Then Waldvogel struck out. Second and third, 2 down, and the 1-1 from Thornberry. Swinging a high chopper towards the middle, not going to be an easy play. It's off the glove of the second baseman, and it rolls into shallow center field. 2 runs are going to score for the Seagulls. Well, Ramirez just a high chopper towards the middle, and honestly, I couldn't tell if that hit off the glove of the shortstop Woodson or the second baseman Ramos, and I'm not sure if they would have been able to get Ramirez had it been fielded cleanly. And credit to Brewer, who was hustling all the way from second. He, alongside Wall, were both able to score, and now here's George Schmidt for his first at-bat as a Seagull, and he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Well, I'm personally going to give Ramirez a single because it was a very tough play. Just a perfectly placed high chopping ground ball that scored 2 runs. 1-0 to Schmidt. Down and in for ball 1. Schmidt ahead in the count 2-0. Just graduated this past spring from Foothill High School in Pleasanton. He, alongside Tanner Wall, the only 2026 high school graduates on this roster. And he hits this 2-0 in the air to left field. Pretty routine for Pulisic. He puts it away, and the inning is over. But not before the Seagulls put up 2 runs on the hit by Ramirez. They're ahead as we go to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first inning will begin shortly, but first, let's introduce Loudon Hilliard on the mound for the Seagulls. He has made 3 appearances on the season, 2 of them starts, has thrown 9 total innings, and has an ERA of exactly 10 in that time. So looking to bounce back against a Crawdads lineup that looks like this, it's going to be the shortstop TJ Woodson leading off, followed by Daniel Pulisic, who's in left field, then the third baseman Kevin Parker Jr., the DH Sutter Moss hits cleanup, then it's the first baseman Cam Taylor. Elijah Ramos plays second and bats 6th. Dylan Perez playing center and batting 7th. Then it's Shane Aldridge, the right fielder and 8th place hitter, and Drew Longacre, the catcher, will bat 9th. Hilliard continuing his warm-up tosses. A right-hander out of Milford High School in Milford, Ohio. He has previously attended George Mason University, where he redshirted and played this past spring at Morehead State University. So the practice throw from Marcus Graham has gone down to second, and TJ Woodson is indeed striding to the plate to lead off this ball game for the Crawdads.
Leading off the bottom of the first for your Crawdads, shortstop number 15, TJ Woodson.
So Woodson leading off. As a Crawdad this summer, he's hitting .302 with 7 doubles. Product of Baylor University, although he redshirted last year. That was his freshman year. So Hilliard from the windup. The first pitch to Woodson misses high with a fastball to make it 1-0. Hilliard now coming home with the 1-0. Up high again, 2-0. On this bright and sunny day in Danville, not a cloud in the sky. We thank you for joining us for this audio-only broadcast, radio style, on this Thursday afternoon. Well, probably not exactly where Galeno wanted it. Lopez is now ahead in the count, 3-1. There's the 3-1 offering. It gets away, but it's ball 4 anyway. So the runners will move up without really having to hustle. And the Seagulls have the bases loaded with 1 down for Brandon Swanson. It's only the second walk of the year drawn by Ethan Lopez. So the catcher, Longacre, out for a brief word with Galeno. Seagulls have loaded the bases with 1 down. They trail 3-2, and Brandon Swanson will step in. Waldvogel at third, Schmidt at second, Lopez at first. Reached on a walk, single, and walk, respectively. First pitch to Swanson. That's in there, strike 1. Looked like a changeup out of the hand of Galeno. Corners pinched in for the Crawdads. The shortstop and second baseman playing relatively standard. The 0-1. Swanson swings and hits a fly ball shallow center field. This one's going to be caught by the center fielder, and no tag at third from Waldvogel. So an unproductive out from Swanson. And now it'll be up to Marcus Graham, the catcher.